Hey guys, it's Will Krisky here from Potato Strong. I just want to do a video on blind acceptance of articles and videos and news reports that you see about health. My advice is to dig a little deeper after you see a report, not to just accept what they're saying. So, especially if it agrees with your viewpoints. So you see stuff on the news every day about this or that is bad or good for you one day or the next, and it can be kind of confusing. And even in the plant-based area, there's some people that talk about health issues, and I'm just suggesting that you look a little deeper than the title and what their viewpoint is, and just don't accept it. Even the people on YouTube. And so a lot of times that involves looking at some of the references, maybe a little bit of the science. So I'm going to go through a couple examples that are actually on the plant-based side of things, just to show you that you need to do a little critical thinking beyond just accepting the state, what the premise of the video or article is, and just show you a quick couple things that you can do just to kind of form your own opinion. And especially nowadays with social media, it's so easy to just share something, and it just leads to so much confusion. So every one of us can just look at a bit deeper into the details and potentially come up with our own view or kind of question what somebody's saying without just accepting it. All right, so let's go to the web. I'm going to show you a couple examples. An article by Dr. Grieger of Nutrition Facts. He did a video here, and he compares the arteries of plant-based diets to marathon runners. And the concept was that plant-based people had really good arteries compared to those who ran. So and the people who ran had the standard American diet, so you can't really run away some of the bad dietary habits. And the people that ate plant-based were basically sedentary. So that's great news, and for people who are vegans, and it confirms some of their beliefs. But Jeff Novick recently did a follow-up on this. He's a registered dietitian. And his point is that those people in the study were eating a very special vegan diet, unprocessed, calorie-restricted, low-protein, low-saturated fat, and 100% raw diet. And he's saying that most people don't really eat like that, unless you're eating a very healthy vegan diet. And so he links to some of the studies that Dr. Grieger had also linked to, and he's saying that the devil's in the details, and that this vegan diet may not be what most people are actually following. And so he suggests some of the McDougall diets and Ornish and Pritikin would be appropriate. Otherwise, it doesn't really affect you because you're not eating the way that the people did in the study. So I thought, okay, that's great. I was going to do a blog post on that. But when I actually clicked to the study that was referenced here, from also in Dr. Grieger's video, I looked at the nutrient intake of the subjects. And it says here that they ate raw vegetables, fruit, nuts, seeds, sprouted grain, and cereal, and olive oil, and strictly avoided processed and refined foods. And so I was thinking to myself, well, they're eating nuts. First of all, those aren't really raw. And nuts and seeds are pretty high in fat, and they're also eating olive oil. So there's a table here, and it shows what they ate more specifically. So let's click on that. So here's the low protein, low calorie diet group, and then we've got our endurance runners. And so if you go down here and you look at the actual low protein, low calorie diet, you realize this fat percentage is 42.8%. So, that's another thing that got left out, is that we're looking at something that, oh, low, a vegan diet, low protein, but they don't say, oh, it's actually high in fat. And I mean, the McDougall's and other diets are supposed to be pretty low fat. Now these are, um, these are actually whole foods, for the most part, and there's olive oil as well. So you got your monounsaturated fats and stuff like that. But and also the saturated fat is pretty low compared to the mono and the polyunsaturated, right? But the point is that the overall fat is 42.8%. In all these diets like Acetine and McDougall, we're talking about 10% or less, generally. So I just find that it's a little bit upsetting or, sad that people are leaving out some critical details when you're doing these studies. So I think we need to be a little more careful. At least each of us can dig a little bit deeper and ask questions about some of these details of the study and not just accept what people are telling us. So hopefully that helps you guys, and we'll look forward to you in the next video.